resources are limited, but what resources we are having constraints? Maybe the physical resources, maybe the forest products, agricultural items, mineral resources, and of them, human resources is the most important one. If you have a very good human resources, then you can think of exporting the human resources charge, or otherwise the services, and also any kind of a good things you can do, you can just get your market. So that's why we can just think of doing the business in a different way. That means our innovative ideas, our innovative thinking, the creative mindset all counts a lot. So that means exporting from the available resources is the one. You can add more value. But today we are not adding proper values to the products which we are getting over here. Maybe your pineapple, your chapao, or any other items which we can showcase to the rest of the world. We are almost exporting in a raw form, not adding more values. So that's why we are to add values, and by adding values to it, and you can just get more this one values of exporting things. And otherwise, can you just think of importing some items from the nearby countries? Then you can add values over here, make this item, and export it across the globe. That can also be possible. That's why the global value chain is talking all this kind of a thing. That's why I was studying an example of a pool. A pool, the font which you are having today, how it is made. The design is coming from US, no doubt, and then all the accessories, parts are manufactured in Taiwan. And after that, assembly and finishing touch is given in China. And the product is shipped to Europe and is selling all across the globe. So that means while making this Apple iPhone, we are involving how many countries? 4 or 5 countries. So that means it is not necessary that whatever product you are having today, it has to be manufactured in a single location, not necessarily. So that's why the global value chain is a one domain which comes up in a big way. That's why can we just have that capability? Can we just make ourselves prepared to get some sort of a touch in the global value chain? That's why some years back we have not heard much about Vietnam. Today you might have seen so much of items are manufactured in the Vietnam, and Vietnam is coming up within the loop of global value chain. And when Vietnam can do these things, why not in the North Sea part of India? So that is the one we can just say to it. And from that, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, these are all members of ASEAN nation. And India is engaging well with the ASEAN. And that's why the transition highway, transition railway, all these things are passing through Oriental sector of Manipur. And when these sectors are opened up, and we are getting access to the international markets, Myanmar and beyond, and we can think of having some sort of a value chain in these companies. So that's why it's becoming so important for Manipur, the preparedness we are supposed to have, and also what are the opportunities available there. So that's why I love to share one or two slides, but I will do it later when I have time. Okay, but as I'm just speaking, I will just share with you one more thing. Of course, the Myanmar is having a little bit of issues now because of the political turmoil when the onset of COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 until today, things are not in the conducive status. But in the near future, we are looking forward to having a very good relationship, and with this opened up, many more opportunities will be coming up in front of us. And I love to share one thing. in Myanmar also we have so many other equations. But Moreh Tamil sector is one very viably connected between the two countries. The Tamil is in the Sagaing region, Moreh of course in the Manipur side of India. And all the proposed transition highway railways is passing through this place, and from Moreh to Kolkata is 149 kilometers. Okay? And then from Kolkata to Yaji and Momia is again another 120 kilometers. Then we move ahead about another 140 kilometers from Momia to Mandalay. That is the routes which we are having. Then India, Myanmar, Thailand, bilateral highway starting from Moreh to Mayawadi, Mysore is about 1,350 kilometers. And the other parts from Mayawadi, Mysore to Yangon and Mandalay, it has been constructed very well by the Myanmar government, some part by the Thailand. And some portion of India and Myanmar side, we are to complete. So that means Moreh Tamil to Kolkata, there are around 70 to 73 bridges, of which 69 bridges are still pending to be replaced by the RCC. These bridges have been constructed during the Second World War, and it becomes a vintage bridge. So you cannot use it for the big lorries to fly over these roads. So that is one. And in fact, Government of India has already taken a strong decision. A tender has been plotted, re-tender has been taken up, and now the construction work is on. And hopefully it will be completed by the end of 2023. Okay, so that is what we are just expecting, and hopefully when these roads are widened up, and then nothing like that, we can have a seamless travel in this country. And our Honorable Prime Minister had already suggested to have India, Myanmar, Thailand trilateral highway expanded beyond Thailand. Means Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam may also be incorporated. So in that case, we can just have a wider connectivity. That is Cambodia, Myanmar, Thai, Chile, and all sorts of things. So when this IMT highway is coming up in the full swing, Bangladesh is also interested to join. Here, Prime Minister has already expressed their willingness to join it. When the Bangladesh joins in this kind of a engagement, nothing like that, we can have another economic corridor. That means the imphal, Dimapur, Guwahati, and Silpur. That's the economic corridor which we are having today. And another is we have Imphal, Jiribam, Silchar, Agartala, Sylhet, Dhaka, and Kolkata. And in fact, from Agartala has already got the rail connection, and they are going to have another rail connections up to Bangladesh. So they have already, started, this inaugurating. So all these tracks are, just coming up, and Jiribam to Takun, the full to Imphal railway is also very much in the full swing, and almost 70% has been completed. Then only certain portions to reach Imphal is remaining, and hopefully by the end of next year we may also be able to get railhead arrived in Imphal. That is the kind of situations we are going to have today. So that's why when we see this kind of a thing, India government has come out another logistics policy. But today, Manipur is not having any kind of a logistics facilities. But in fact, for Guwahati, it is interesting that they have got a logistics park. Okay, they are being on site, etc. So they have already provided us by that is going to be the hub and the spoke, whatever. And we are just contemplating at least Manipur also should have a very good warehousing facilities and even future business in the years to come. So that's why when these things are coming up two industrial parks in Myanmar. One is the Thalewa Industrial Park in Yangon, but the most important is the Mayotha Industrial Park near Mandalay. And then they have a very important river routes. Just in the bank of Irrawaddy, that is the Sitnicom port is there. They can use this one very good containers, transported in the river, side, in the riverways. And it is hardly 15 kilometers away from this one, Mayotha Industrial Park. Mayotha Industrial Park is having around 11,000 acres, having 2 golf courses and so much of this one industrial units, and then it's coming up in the food swing. India has got also investment, only one firm from India investing in the plywood, but the others in the foods, automobile car making, and many other companies are investing from Singapore, Thailand, so on and so forth. Then if you just move straight, it will touch Yangon and the Bay of Bengal. And if you just make a U-turn of this one, Mayawadi, it will reach to Chitwan River, and Chitwan River is nothing but your Ninki to them. And it will reach to Kalimio. And Kalimio is 140 kilometers away from Moritamu sector. They have the airport also. So that's why we can make use of using this Chitwan River, Ninki River for the this one. Yeah, always provided we have a very good connections in the very good connection between India and Myanmar. So that's why your investment, your future, and then what more we can say to it. Yes, Sagaing region is having 4 industrial states, out of which one is in the Tamil sector, More Tamil sector. That is the Tamil is the one, this one province. They have one. They have another as well. So that's why if we just collaborate as a part of the special economic zone, nothing like that, many things will be happening. So that is, and also the products available in Myanmar, products available in the other ASEAN countries, how you can just bank upon. These are some trade-related mechanisms we can sit with. So that's why when Vietnam comes up as a part of the manufacturing hub, why not we think of Northeast? It's also part of the manufacturing hub in some of the areas, especially for assembly of some of the items, maybe ancillary parts of the automobile sector that the Toyota is having its plant in Thailand. And why not we just think of transporting this side? So that's why, of course, there are certain hurdles. Normal trade has been given in the ICP checkpost, but as I said, there is no any EDI transition facilities as of today. That's why it cannot be expedited. People sitting over there, maybe you do not know, they are not trained very well, or the connectivity issue may be there. So we have to see it from different angles of how it can be expedited. So that is the long-cherished desire for all the citizens of Manipur to see this ICP checkpost is operationalized to the fullest extent. Okay? By simply making some buildings, it won't work unless we provide the right kind of software. Okay. So with that, we will be just continuing our dialogue and discussions to move further. We would be happy to provide our hand-holding support to all of you in terms of initiating the export-oriented businesses, registration to begin with, and various other. I will be just giving you the entire reading materials and also some of the notes. Okay, we are just preparing, but however, we'll try to share you over email so that you can just get access to our, this one, Google folder comfortably because the items are quite large. Okay, so one after another, how to start an export business, the registration and identification of the various prospective clients, how you will be identifying the clients, use of various websites, even the commercial website, then the trade maps, search areas, even for making your emails more effective, and any other items which you want to situate in the ISIS code. There are so many subdivisions and subparts that you can just make yourself familiar by visiting some of the relevant websites. So that's website also we will be just sharing, and then you can make use of it. But do it professionally, and we have to just think of this fund, finding people here and here. Export can be started by a small, meager amount. Anybody, any friends or families or whosoever is staying abroad, and then from that you can begin with. You can make it much, this bigger size. And of course, if you get some sort of a buying houses, for many of the countries, companies, they have buying houses in Delhi and metros, and if you have got nexus with them, it will become much easier for you to sell your items to them. Okay, so that is our part. So to continue, I have just requested one of the very promising resource persons, especially in the export import businesses. Miss Maigum Shuzamala Devi. In fact, he is a designer